ESPN has revealed injury updates for both Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson, two starters for the Knicks, and this must be fixed fast, as if these players do not get fully healthy, the New York Knicks rotation is going to have some problems, so we are going to have to break this all down. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Knicks Digest. It's Chris here. Happy Friday night, y'all. Let's jump right into it, because Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson both had season-ending injuries for the Knicks in this last season. Both of them required surgeries. Julius Randle on his right shoulder, dislocated it, and Mitchell Robinson on his foot, both of whom were not totally clear if they were going to be ready at the beginning of this upcoming season. The New York Knicks' first game is the first game of the NBA season against the Boston Celtics on October 22nd, and something has become evidently clear, and that is that there is basically a 0% chance that both Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson will be on the court together, healthy, for that game. Does that mean one of them might be available? Maybe, but clearly these injuries are carrying over into next season, and while the Knicks have a lot of good players on the roster, the forward and center positions, the bigger man positions, are definitely something of concern, specifically center, where the Knicks have Precious Achiuwa as the backup center option with Jericho Sims behind him and basically nothing else behind him outside of two-way player Ariel Hukporti. And we are going to do a full video breaking down Hukporti because fans clearly want to see it, of what I've noticed, and also because they might have to use Hukporti. Now, as ESPN mentioned, Julius Randle's recovery is going well, and he's expected to play by or near the start of this season. Now, Randle last year put up 24 points per game with 9 rebounds and 5 assists. Only around 10 to 15% of his shots that were three-pointers were corner threes, but he shot 53% from it. The man's amount of three-point shooting is going down, and his efficiency is going up. But as you can hear those sirens outside, those are the ambulances that the New York Knicks starting power forward and center were in, as some injuries have occurred. Now, it's not clear if Julius is going to be ready for Game 1 of the season, but I'm willing to bet a good amount that Julius will be there playing in Game 1, even if he's not fully healthy. Julius is a psychopath when it comes to being competitive. He's going to want to go out there and ride with his guys, even if he's not fully healthy. We saw that happen last season when he was recovering from an ankle surgery. We saw Julius not be good also. He couldn't play on a bum ankle. Now he's going to try to do it with a shoulder issue, and I think that's going to lead to Julius shooting more jump shots earlier on in the season, and we're going to see not the most efficient, great version of Julius for the first week or so. Then once his shoulder's fully healed, once he's back in the swing of things, Julius is going to get right back to that bully ball. The man that we saw become an efficient power forward who's going to fit so well with the team, surrounded full of shooters like Brunson, who's elite off the ball, Dante DiVincenzo, an elite shooter, Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby both shoot over 40% from the corner on threes and can easily shoot over 40% from three on a season. So essentially, Julius is primed to have one of the best seasons, if not the best season of his NBA career, once he's fully healthy from that shoulder injury. The question is when he is going to be fully healthy, and right now it seems like the start of the season very well could happen. Is he going to be ready by training camp? No, he's not. Will he be in preseason? Probably not. Maybe the final game, but most likely not. We're most likely going to be waiting until October 22nd to see Julius Randle show up for his first game of the NBA season. If he does not play, I assume the Knicks will run a lineup of Jalen Brunson, Dante DiVincenzo, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, and Jericho Sims as the starting five. Yes, Jericho Sims, the same guy who I just made a video about saying that the New York Knicks are not fans of his game whatsoever and see him as a third string, because Mitchell Robinson does not appear to be ready to play by all signs, according to Chris Herring of ESPN, who mentioned that Robinson is perennially one of the NBA's best offensive rebounders and a solid rim protector, way more than a solid rim protector. He only gets 1.5 blocks per game because people don't challenge him at the rim. But he missed regular season games because of left ankle pain. No, a stress fracture from December to March. He gutted through the pain to play in the first round against the 76ers and did a great job against Joel Embiid, but then needed a surgical procedure on his left ankle and was ruled out for the remainder of the playoffs. New York lost Hartenstein in free agency and will be thin at the center spot, so Robinson's health will be imperative, and that gives the Knicks added incentive to take their time with Robinson's rehab, even if it means he isn't ready for training camp or the start of the season. Now, I think this is just another point of Mitch is not going to be ready, and I agree, the Knicks should take their time. You need Robinson healthy by the playoffs. You don't need him healthy by Game 1 against the Celtics. If the Knicks lose Game 1 of the season against the NBA defending champion Celtics, oh well. There's 81 more games. They're going to make the playoffs. They have a top 10 player in the NBA. They have 2 All-Stars on the team between Brunson and Randle. They have a plethora of role players who are top 100 players in the NBA. They have 2 of the 5 best, really 2 of the 3 best on-ball defenders in basketball. The Knicks are just fine. They are just fine. They can lose the first game. It won't be the end of the world. What matters is Mitchell Robinson's long-term health when it comes to this season. The Knicks need him more than ever without Isaiah Hartenstein, who's on the Thunder now. And the Knicks are going to make a trade for a center sometime around a little bit before the deadline, like a month prior, sometime in January, maybe late December. They're going to move Precious Achiuwa and get a more traditional center because that'll make Tom Thibodeau happy. But for right now, they are going to be careful with Mitchell Robinson. And honestly, here's the deal. This isn't the first the Knicks are hearing of this. It's not like the Knicks are like, hey, oh no, Mitch isn't going to be ready. We didn't know. The Knicks knew. They knew when Mitch went down with the injury that he might not be ready. Believe me, the Knicks are not going out there and acting like everything's all good and that Mitch is going to be fine, and now they're going to be shell-shocked like, oh, we don't have another center without Mitch. This is a problem. No, the Knicks knew. The Knicks knew he might not be ready by the start of the season. They're not getting shocked. Like, it's their training staff doing all this. It's their guys who do these surgeries, who talk to the teams, guys who are NBA doctors. All that stuff is happening. The Knicks understand what is going on with Mitchell Robinson. Here's the deal. No one knows what's going on with Mitchell Robinson's health more than the New York Knicks and Mitchell Robinson himself. Now, Mitch is going to be open and honest with the Knicks because he wants to stay healthy, obviously, and the Knicks are not going to tell the fans anything because they have no reason to. They're not going to come out with news that could potentially harm them because they don't want other teams to know what's going on. They don't want other teams to know their business, so they hide things. They keep things very tight-knit. That's how Leon Rose has always been, and it's clearly had a good effect on the New York Knicks as a whole, meaning I do think this is a good idea for the New York Knicks to go out there and sit Mitchell Robinson until he is 100% healthy. He came back injured to help in the playoffs, was phenomenal against Joel Embiid, despite the fact that Embiid tried to injure Mitchell Robinson because, well, he just did. And it makes you look at this team and you're like, okay, Mitch is too important for the playoffs. His defense is too important. They can't let him get injured by coming back too early again. Let him take his time. Let him get fully healthy. Let him be the best offensive rebounder in the NBA and one of the best rim protectors also. And that will come with Mitch's health. So the Knicks have to be careful with this. I'm very, very interested into seeing what the Knicks decide to do with this. I can't wait to watch this season coming. It is going to be huge to look at a healthy version of Mitch to see who the Knicks trade for to give more center depth and for Julius Randle to come back. Now, I do think that these injuries are not going to have too much carryover to where it's harming the team. I think the Knicks are going to be just fine come playoff time. And that will come with being careful with guys like Randle and like Robinson. Specifically, Robinson, as Randle had a freak injury of a dislocation. He got it surgically repaired. His shoulder's back in place. It's all good on that end. It's now just about getting Mitch healthy, making sure everything is all good with the Knicks' key defensive center for this team. Let me know what you guys think. Who do you want the Knicks to trade for? Are you worried about Mitch's health? Are you worried about Randle's health? Are you worried about the fact that they might not be healthy for the start of the regular season? Or do you not really care, just caring more about playoffs that we know the Knicks will be in it? Let me know down below. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day, and go Knicks.